Wait. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay. Sorry about that. This is a short stream. Here, really quick. Let's make sure that I'm actually live. Wait. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay. Sorry. No, I don't want to create a fucking infinite feedback loop. All right. Anyway, quick stream today. Main purpose is just to show off the progress that's been made. Talk about chapter 2. Also, I apologize in advance. The internet is definitely not going to be as good as normal. I don't know if the bitrate's going to get destroyed, but basically there's a lot that's happened. So the Phantom, we addressed all the problems that there were in the aftermath of that last stream, even though we did figure out the bulk of what was going on. And it's great. I'm really happy with what happened. Since then, I've completely finished 3 more enemies, as well as this feature here, the hook point, and I want to start working on this spawner portal as well. But for the time being, let's just show off all the enemies. So I guess we'll go down the line. Alright, yeah, that's not how you spawn them. Enemy spawners. Okay. It's 6 through... Where's 6? There. Commander. We can probably do Commander and the Phantom at the same time. Okay. We come in here. Oh, I really hope I don't get fucking... If there's feedback from the game, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't think there will be, though. Okay, the pistol should be enough. So you come in here. Oh, I didn't give myself the gauntlet. That's kind of important with these guys. So basically... these guys, the commanders, they're slightly stronger versions of the regular soldier. Only thing is, every couple of times they'll shoot one of those tracker projectiles, which in open space cannot be dodged. So you have to parry it. So it basically forces you to use the gauntlet. And these guys are basically weeping angels, and they do it much less often, but while they're frozen, they can also launch those tracker projectiles. But when they're not frozen, they haul ass to get over you, and they do a lot of melee damage. So that's basically their whole thing. Next up is the bio drone, which is 8. Yeah, you can see I started adding some more color to these. These guys are on the weaker side intentionally. They are, they're meant to be... Here, let's give it off at this time. So they are meant to be just sort of new fodder enemies. And they shoot a bunch of parryable projectiles. It's really hard to get them all. But they go down pretty easy. They have like a little more health than the Swarmer. They don't even have as much health as these guys, I don't think. Actually, wait. Yeah, they have 25, so they have less than the Soldier, but more than the Swarmer. Next, I'll show off what these are. Another fucking game mechanic stolen straight from Ultra Kill. And we'll do a Bruiser. So these guys I like a lot. Here. Don't need the grapple or the gauntlet. So the point of these, basically, you can walk through them. You don't have any interaction with them. Enemies don't have any interaction with them, but you can grapple to them. So it's like a safer way to grapple around the map. And that's about all there is to it. I was gonna add, like an Ultra Kill, the momentum-based ones, but I didn't do it. Okay. So Bruisers. Bruisers are another one of the heavy enemies. Basically what they do is they shoot these new rocket attacks at you, which can be stopped by bullets, which is worth saying. But if you get close to them, which is how you stop them to get from shooting rockets, they will trace you down, and I didn't get to show it there, but they have really strong melee attacks that send you flying. And in theory, actually, I might actually just go ahead and add the kinetic hook points because I added that knockback system for this guy, It's actually really easy for me to add it for the hook point, so I'll probably do that at some point. And then when they die, they drop bombs. And then the last thing is the Kiln Head. And the Kiln Head is a new super heavy enemy. They're definitely not as difficult to deal with or as complicated as the Behemoth, which is going to be a regular enemy in Chapter 2, by the way, even though it was the boss in Chapter 1. They have no parryable attacks, and I really love their design. So the gimmick with them is their zone of awareness is considerably lower than most other enemies. Like you can definitely be on screen and they won't see you. Like, but again, if you shoot them, you can see that they do quite a bit of damage. I don't even know if I have enough firepower to kill this guy. They have a lot of health. They have 250 health. Yeah, I didn't have enough. Here. There we go. So those guys are relatively easy on their own, and I'd say very easy, actually. The idea is when they're in a big group or a small area, they will mess you up. And I might give them a melee attack just so that you can't, like, I don't know. Their attack works close range anyway. That's it for the new features. First things first, I actually think let's just go ahead and add the new behavior here. So, you know what? No, I'll wait on that because I don't know if I want to do that. Also, oh, by the way, this is the banner for Chapter 2. It's also the thumbnail of this video. I'm really happy with it. But yeah, and the new music is in development. It doesn't exist yet, but it is being created. And with that said, let's talk about the portal. So, the point... Oh, it's going to be loud here in a minute. The point of the portal, basically, just to be a permanent enemy spawner. And when you have a permanent enemy spawner, you can do things like time-based capture mechanics and things like that. So, without it being stupid. So... that's the philosophy behind adding this. So then we can add, I don't even know exactly what I want to add that's the time-based capture mechanic, but I want to add something. And this is what allows me to do that, basically, by having this be enemy spawners. And I think I've already decided how it's going to work. So use a calculation. We'll say every 10 seconds minus 1,000 times difficulty. In fact, 10 seconds is kind of a lot, or kind of not a lot. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. And then chances, yeah, we'll say here 2 out of 3. Not 23. Oh my god. Okay, 2 out of 3 at random. Create object, import, soldier, relative to the portal. And then what we're going to do is preemptively set on flag 3. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Basically, and thankfully, just because of the way it worked, every single one of these new enemies that I made came with this feature built in. Actually, no, the commander did not. So I would have to add it to the commander. But the Phantom, the Biodrone, the Bruiser, and the Kiln Head all came with this built in. It's the null kill tag, or flag. Basically what the no kill flag lets you do is it makes it so that you can spawn them in, and then when they die, they won't add to the kill count. So, and that's important because the kill counts need to be exact, otherwise the level won't work properly. Or the scoring won't work properly. So let's go ahead and add no kill to this guy. And let's open, I think these guys have it. Yeah, open these guys as a reference. So, death and style points. No kill is off. Oh yeah, they removed, so all of this is separate. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy all this. Let's let's go like this. Yeah. Okay. So actually, I don't even need what I copied. Let me off. No kill. Not hit alert. No kill. Or go like that. Go like that. Okay. There you go. So that's all it takes, really. It's that one line of code. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was make. Now, I don't remember if it's smart enough to do this or not, but I think it is actually. Um, fact, I think it's smart enough like that, even. Um, we get rid of this, not by name. Create object, import. Uh, where is it? Here it is. Swarmer relative to the portal. And then also, let's make sure that our, yeah, see, there's a run right there. And this can be, I guess, also there. And then, you know what? Let's give it the particle effect. Why not? So, create object, import the bullet poof. Where is it? Bullet poof relative to that. And set the scale to 1.5. Should do it. I mean, create object, bullet poof relative to this. And all right, so let's see if that works. Come in here. Okay, level builder. Oh, I should hold on. Yeah. This not in here. I should give it a difficulty qualifier. Difficulty greater than 0. Cool. Come on in. Let's try it out. The only thing is that bulletproof particle, like. Okay, so that time it didn't selectively do it. I wonder what it is about the commander that selectively does it. I know what it is. Okay. Well, here, that actually just gave me an idea for more functionality of this. So instead of this right here is which is what we have. We'll get rid of that. We will give the portal its own value. Pull down. Okay. And we'll make that cooldown, I think, I mean, what, 100 by default? Um, every, no, yeah. 10 times a second. Cooldown is greater than 0. Subtract 1 from cooldown. Okay, right? And then we'll copy this in here and then drag this up. That's what it is. Because when this is first, then it automatically extends the cooldown. At least if I add that, it will. Set cooldown to, I mean, 100 is 10 seconds, so 100. Are we still live? I really want to know what that just looked like. I accidentally just shut my computer off. I accidentally just slept my computer. 100 minus, what was it? It was 100 minus 1,000 times it was 10,000 minus 1,000 times difficulty, so 100 minus 10 times difficulty. Let's throw parentheses. I know order of operations says I don't have to do that, but I always do it just for redundancy's sake. Okay, go like that. Then we're going to add a new thing, add a collision, another object. The jackhammer will work on portals. And this also reminds me that I want to add a tooltip for that in the loading screen. Where is the jackhammer? Jackhammer explosion. Explosion. Add to cooldown. And then, okay, that should be better. Also, maybe those values aren't exactly what we want. That's easy to tweak later. Let's go to the loading screen real quick and add a couple of these here. Yeah, there's 47 of these tips. By portals, not contribute. And then the jackhammer actually effective against portals, preventing new enemies. I really wish I could think of another tip right now to get to 50. Oh, I can. They die. On an explosive fashion. Cool. Yeah, all right, there's 50 tips. What time is it? So I have less than 15 minutes left of time to even do this. But let's try out that portal. Let's give it a shot. Let's make sure that the null kill thing works properly. Here. Global values. Difficulty 5. Do the jackhammer, so why not? Those two. Oh, I just thought of another thing. Oh, stop. Okay, hold on. It also appears to not be working. Okay, well, here's problem number 1. Equal. This also has to be equal. So that'll be the first problem. Second problem is we want it to be on screen for all of these. I don't want it to be ticking down its cooldown while it's off screen. I know that that's something that enemies do a lot in this game, but I'm trying to, at least as we go forward, be better about it. I said this before too, or actually I didn't say this. I'd like to say it. A lot of the enemies in Chapter 2 actually have much simpler behaviors than the enemies in Chapter 1, but they're also, like, I want to say smarter, but they're actually just less complicated. Like the Chapter 1 enemies had a lot of their behavior. If they had more than one behavior routine, it was controlled pretty much randomly, with the exception of the boss. And in Chapter 2, they pretty much all, in fact, yeah, literally all of them only have one behavior routine. Maybe that behavior routine is a little bit more complicated than a normal behavior routine would be on the old enemies, but it's only one. And the beauty of that is the enemy behavior is very consistent, and you don't get like screwed over by random changes in mechanics that the game decides to do or something like that. And the enemies are more situational because of that. So that is an active thing that I was trying to consider when I made this. Boom, boom. Okay. That should help. Um, let's try. Might have to add this to the debugger. No, it worked. Should have a while now. I do have a while. I love the jackhammer. I wish I used it more. This timing actually feels more fair too. Well, okay, truthfully, I don't use the jackhammer because it's not implemented properly yet. So also in the future, I'm leaving this open to having its instance value changed, and if that happens, it follows like a different behavior. Like maybe there could be one that spawns heavier eyes. I don't know, but something along those lines is probably going to happen. Also, take a look at maybe adding that other. I'm trying to think, is the green texture still in here? Yeah, the green texture is still in here. So, because that texture is still in the game, oh, this is the texture that got cut off. Fuck. Okay, whatever. I don't actually care that much. We come in here, behaviors. We'll add just a question about instance value of 0, right? Look up this. Make this 1, and then say that we want to change its animation sequence to walking. Okay. Now the hope is that that just works. Let's make this one a 1 for. Okay. So when we load in, it's green. Okay, cool. Then, it would be under control. Okay. So the check is when the player hits the hook and it deactivates. Get out of here. Player hits the hook and it deactivates the grapple. Here it is. Okay. Insert. Where's the hook? Or current objects. The hook is current. Overlapping another object. Here, you know what? Actually, here. Let's add that as a property of the hook and check for it in here. So, collisions overlapping another object, this. And we'll negate it first. It's player objects, right? Oh, shit. Player objects. Player projectiles. It really shouldn't be under projectiles, should it? Oh, okay. It is called the grapple projectile. Stopped. Kinetic hook point. Okay. Flag. Set off kinetic hook point. Copy, paste, negate, and I wish I could negate like that, but I can't. Flags set on kinetic hook point. Okay. Come back into here. Oh, it's under here. Control. Okay. Flags off kinetic hook point. Copy and paste. Negate this. So if the kinetic hook point is on, we still want to do that. Right? But then we also want to set on knockback and then movement, physics, impulse. I think it was 100. Um, okay, here. We'll move these up in this angle. So move these up here. Let's give that a try. Stop. I bet you that's an order thing. I also just realized that that's always going to go. So here, wait. Behavior. Actually, I don't need it here. If it's overlapping this, its value is 1. I don't. It doesn't matter if it's not overlapping, then it'll never be. Um, so that's part of it, and then also control. Oh, I gotta go soon. It's the order of events that's the problem here. So let's move these last. Maybe it'll work last. It does work. It works. Sick. All right. Well, look at that. We figured that out on stream too. Yeah, there'll probably be a green variant of this in the future that spawns in tougher enemies or something, or has like a slightly different behavior. But yeah, for now, I think that's gonna be the stream because I gotta go. Uh, but I guess if you did watch this afterwards, which